What's up everyone, John Bringer from Techno Buffalo here. I have had the Samsung Galaxy S4 Google Play Edition for the better part of 2 days and I've been using it as my daily driver. I've really enjoyed using it, but the big question that I had on my mind was how does it compare to the regular Carrier S4? So I'm not going to put these two guys head to head in a full comparison because there's really not that much to show. What I do want to talk about though is the speed differences, the performance differences, and sort of overall performance and experience between both of these devices. Let's get started. So having both of these phones in white is going to make it super confusing depending on which one is which, but if my memory serves me correctly, the phone in my left hand is the unlocked Google Play Edition running a very unskinned, unnothing, naked Android 4.2.2, which means this guy right here is the Galaxy S4. This is the Sprint version. They both have the same Snapdragon 600 chips, clocked at 1.9 gigahertz. They're both running Android 4.2.2, same 2 gigs of RAM, same camera, same 2600 milliamp hour battery, same everything except for the operating systems that are on them and the skins that are on top, or the lack of skins in this case. So the first thing I wanted to do before I get into personal opinions is I really was curious what the benchmarks are going to be. So I picked 3 benchmarks. Now, sort of the obvious caveat here is benchmarks don't carry everything. They don't test everything. They don't show every aspect or nuance of a phone. It's really going to depend on your personal usage. But I did test the 3 that most people used, the most often. So we tested Quadrant, we tested Geekbench, and we tested 3D Marks with the Ice Storm game playing on it. So before we jump into the results, let's play a game. Let's start with Quadrant. I use Quadrant in all my phones, and it's a little antiquated benchmarking tool. It's not the most accurate one out there, but which one do you think got a higher score? The unlocked Galaxy S4 Google Play Edition or the Carrier version of the Galaxy S4 with TouchWiz on top of it? Go. Well, if you were like me, I fully expected the unlocked Play Edition phone to blow this one away. And I had to run the test actually 4 separate times to make sure what I was seeing was correct. The TouchWiz version actually beats the Google Play Edition, which is quite surprising. So the score I got on the Google Play Edition was 11,474. On the TouchWiz phone, it was 12,287. So that was kind of interesting. So I thought maybe we might be seeing a trend. Is TouchWiz better optimized than Google's own native operating system? So then we went to Geekbench. Same game. What do you think? Google Play Edition, TouchWiz. Which one was better? Well, the score on the unlocked Google Play Edition was 3,285 versus 3,098. So Google Play Edition was better there. And last but definitely not least, we've got 3D Mark with Ice Storm. Google Play Edition, 11,873 versus TouchWiz, 11,293. So out of 2 of the 3 benchmarks that I did, the unlocked Google Play Edition was faster. So, all right, that was kind of mathy and I don't know, maybe a little bit boring for you, but let's talk about my experiences with both. So I used the Galaxy S4 for my daily driver for better part of 3 weeks. And then I switched over to the HTC One. So I was really excited to try sort of naked, unadulterated Android on this incredible hardware. So before everybody gets in the comments saying you can root and put the ROM on, yes, absolutely, of course you can do that. But this is the experience that comes right out of the box for those that aren't comfortable rooting, don't want to root, or just want the unlocked device with the unlocked baseband and the root just ready to go for them. This is going to be a really good choice. I love stock Android. I love stock Android with little sprinkles and a cherry on top. It runs so buttery smooth on the Google Play Edition. I love the fact that I don't have to deal with any sort of annoying beeps and boops and water droplets or any sort of notifications that come through. I know those can be turned off, but they just infuriate me. No sort of animations, no carrier bloatware. I really liked. I love the default mail app that comes on Android, and I love Android as Google intended it to be. And I also like that freaking photosphere is back here. What kind of annoyed me a bit though is the camera interface on stock Android is super clunky. I don't like that you have to sort of hit that wheel and move around. I can't tell what the icons mean. So I definitely prefer the camera interface on the Carrier version of the S4. But when it comes to everything else, that's really about all I prefer the Carrier version for. I have loved having stock Android. And the biggest surprise to me has been battery life. So my general battery usage usually off the charger around 7:30 in the morning. Usually about 2-ish hours of phone calls, 2 emails being pulled down and checked every 5 minutes, some heavy social media, some really heavy web browsing, some video viewing on there. By the time I put the phone back on the charger at night around 11, usually I'm at about 25 to 30. I've got about 15% more battery than I had on the TouchWiz version on the Google Play Edition. And it's the same battery, same 2600 milliamp hour battery in each. So less resource intensive, perhaps going over that TouchWiz needs, but it's been really nice to have. I feel like I could easily go 2 days on this guy. And I keep my brightness at about 80%, so that's been really surprising. Other things I really like, and you can obviously tweak and change these things on the phone to make sure that it suits your needs. But out of the box, I love that holding down the home button gets me right to Google Now and doesn't have to launch any of that S-Voice stuff, which is antiquated and doesn't really work all that well for me anyway. So that's been something else I really, really enjoyed. Overall, though, I've had a very positive experience with the Google Play Edition. In fact, I'm going to keep it as my daily driver. Samsung's got a gorgeous screen. The hardware feels really nice and light, especially coming from the HTC One. I just really liked using it. So if you guys are debating what phone you want, you don't know if you should go and pick up a Galaxy S4 on contract or maybe pay it outright, you might want to look at the Play Store and pick up one of these guys. They're going to be shipping out the first batch on July 9th. So very soon you can get your hands on one of these on your own. And for me, I think it's probably worth it. So what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave your comments down below. Please give the video a thumbs up. We most definitely appreciate it. I am John Rettinger from Techno Buffalo. I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.